Hey everybody, today we're going to be installing this automatic chicken coop door for the girls here. So here's a little closer look at what comes in the package here. You're going to see you have your power adapter, your motor here that's going to raise and lower the coop door. The coop door, you have your hardware, the rails, and then the control unit here. You also get your remotes. And one thing I really like about this setup is it has really clear, color, detailed instructions on how to set up the door. And you can see how clear the detail is on the instruction manual. So your first step is you're going to want to measure your opening and cut it. But we're working with a pre-existing opening. So we're going to go ahead and just make sure that everything mounts up and aligns correctly to the existing hole. So the next step is to set up your guide rails with the width of the door itself. So what you're going to want to do is take the side here without the hole, and it's a little bit bigger, and that's going to be what the door will slide into, like this. And then I'll screw the bottom pieces in too. So what you're going to want to do here is take your bolt, put it through the hole here in the door, so it's facing where this locking mechanism is. You're going to then add your spacer and then slide the actuator arm on, and then attach the bolt here. Attach the door into the rails like this, and we will mount the actuator rod to the wall with putting the screw in first, and then between the wall and the actuator rod you will add your spacer. Next we'll go ahead and hook up your control box. This little sensor right here is your light sensor. This is the infrared sensor, which is going to pick up if the chickens are in the way. This middle one here is going to be the one that you plug into the actuator. And then this last one on the outside is what you're going to plug your power adapter into. So if you unscrew these screws, this lid comes right off here, and then you're going to be able to slide two of the screws into the back here, and this is what we'll use to mount this to the wall. Now that you have your control box all hooked up, you're going to want to take your infrared sensor, and there are two screws here, and then you're going to slide this through the little eyelet down here, and then you'll just slide those two pieces together, and this is going to detect if any of the chickens are walking through. We'll raise the arm back up. And there you go. Once it thinks it's dark out, it's going to go ahead and raise the actuator and the door here for the chicken coop. So you want to make sure that you mount your sensor somewhere through a wall or something like that, so it's going to be able to detect what's day and what's night. And you can see once it reaches the top, turns off, and now you've got the chicken coop open. So here's a little closer look at that light sensor. You're going to want to have this facing outside, and then here's your infrared sensor, and you can adjust its length of the beam by rotating this. You can see here the actuator working with the motor, and then here's the control unit, and there is the cover here that you put all over the top of it to make sure it stays nice and clean.